Hello everybody, welcome to Elite Wine TV.
Hello everybody, welcome to Elite Wine TV.
Hello everybody, welcome to Elite Wine TV. I'm your host Mark Fusco here for another special edition of the show. I'm here at Max's Wine Dive. Now we're here to right a wrong because I am the mayor in Foursquare, yet I have not had some of these food items, and we're gonna right a wrong here. So I'm here at my favorite place in San Antonio, and if you follow me at all, you know I'm here all the time. So I've got Whitney Dietz here, wine sales manager. And Whitney, why don't you tell us a little bit about you first, and then we'll kind of go into the Max's part.
Sure. Well, like you said, my name's Whitney, and I have been an avid lover of wine for since I was a kid. My parents had a cellar growing up. It just fascinated me. I really liked how they made it so accessible and easy, and that's the one reason that wine has always played a part of my heart. I think that a lot of people get the idea that wine is a pretentious thing, and it really isn't. Everybody can access it. It's super easy and friendly and fun, and any price point, and that's just kind of thing. And I really wanted to take my knowledge and my skills and really teach people how easy it is and how fun it can be.
So, so that was what brought you here to Max's, right?
Absolutely, yes. Actually, they came after me, believe it or not.
Nice.
Because my good friend Alex used to work here at Max's. She's over at our sister restaurant now. But I was actually, like you, always here. So they kind of, one thing led to another, and when Alex left, they thought, well, who could we have replace her in terms of personality and love of wine? And I was the natural candidate, and here I am.
I can tell you that Max's has done a great job. I've been coming here for a long time, and first time I met you, I was like, perfect. It was like,
oh, yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. So that's also one reason why when we were setting this up, they were asking me who I wanted. I was like, well, I'd like to have Whitney on the show. So
I'm so pleased. Thank you very much. I'm so privileged.
All right, so now let's talk about, let's talk about Max's. So for people who are not from San Antonio, because this really is an international show, by the way, let's talk about Max's and what their philosophy is.
Sure. Well, Max's was actually started by our CEO, Jerry Lasco, and he actually used to be a pilot, and his passion, same kind of thing. It was just kind of a thing that he did on the side. He really was into wine, and then obviously once things kind of went downhill for the airlines, he thought, you know what, I'm going to go after my dream and open a restaurant. So he opened a restaurant in Houston, Max's in Houston, and sooner the concept just took off. He wanted it to be kind of just simple, really good comfort food, good wine. His whole concept is a wine-friendly, wine-forward restaurant with a real easy, laid-back vibe, which is why you see our slogan, fried chicken and champagne, why the hell not?
Right.
Pretty laid back, So, and just that, and like I said, he wanted to make wine easy and accessible for everybody. So That's kind of where the concept came from, and it's just exploded. We have 4 Max's now, and the food is fantastic, and we just keep on going up and up. So it's a great concept.
Right. And then on menu, you have the standard menu, and then you have seasonal menus, right?
Absolutely, yes. That rotates quarterly for the seasons, and each chef to each restaurant gets a chance to plan their own seasonal menu. So there's a lot of scratch kitchen, fresh ingredients, the ideas of our brilliant chefs. It's a really cool concept as well.
And then you have like specials throughout the, not every day, but you have specials occasionally, right?
Yeah, most of the time, most nights the chefs will come up with something cool. They'll bring in different ingredients that we don't really use and just, put their own spin on it, and they've been wildly popular. So
I had the Baked Alaska Saturday, right?
That was legit. That is serious dessert. That was good stuff.
I've never had a Baked Alaska. Matter of fact, and I was talking with somebody at the bar, and he was in the same thing. He was like, I thought it was some seafood dish. I'm thinking Alaskan king crab, right? So I thought it was baked Alaskan crab is what I really thought it was. And bartender had asked me if I liked it. I was like, it's interesting. Whether it means you didn't like it. I was like, I didn't like it. It's just that it was good. It was good, but it was something that I need to have more of.
Well, we got to get you branching out. Obviously, that's why we're here today.
And that's why we're here. So let's talk about first the fried chicken and champagne.
Yes, that is a classic pairing. Obviously, one of our signatures. We're known for our fried chicken. It's on our awning outside. It's on our T-shirts. You know, it's something we push. The whole concept behind the fried chicken and champagne, it's a really weird amalgamation of two things, because champagne always has that kind of fancy French vibe to it, and fried chicken obviously is comfort food for most of us. Now ours is a little different. Our fried chicken's not going to be what you're going to find at Popeyes or Church's, of course. It's very special and very unique and delicious, and people come from different cities to try the fried chicken. So the whole concept is the fried chicken and the champagne. What the champagne actually does, the bubbles actually bring out the nice kind of hearty greasiness of the chicken, and they complement each other really well. It's one of those really strange things that people never think are going to work, and it works fantastically together. So it's just one of those things.
And I can tell you, I've seen the fried chicken. I know why haven't I had it. It's just there's so much other stuff on the menu that I just tend to gravitate towards. I've seen the fried chicken before, and every time I see it, I go, man, I should have this stuff. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to have this instead, which we're going to get to one of those items here. But you know, with the fried chicken, it's something that once we figured out that I hadn't had it yet, then I wanted it, and then I was like, for about a month we've been working on this, and I'm like, don't order the fried chicken, because now we want it to be like a first time thing.
I agree. I know. I'm excited. I'm excited to experience your first run at the fried chicken.
Hey, that's how I roll. I mean, it's always something new, and you know, I mean, every time I walk in here, I'll tell you, I'll tell the bartender, you know, what's new? What do you have new? Because I tend to not drink the same wine twice.
And that's the great thing about us, you know, we're constantly rotating our menu. I have 146 different labels right now, and I'm making room for new stuff. There's always something new around here.
And you've got some Texas stuff too, right?
Absolutely. Bending Branch is a local winery, and we feature a lot of their wine. So we like to keep it in the Texas family if we can.
And I've had the Picpoul Blanc is wonderful. If you've never had that, you should have that. I mean, it's actually one of the wines, you know, one of those Texas wines are like, oh, that's a Texas wine. No, this is good wine. It's not just a Texas wine. So
Texans can do things pretty good. I've come to realize. So yeah.
You weren't born here, right?
California.
Yeah, I wasn't born here either. That's okay.
Hey, but we're here now.
All right. So let's check out this fried chicken.
Okay.
All right. So you've got besides the fried chicken, you've got what? Some mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes and collard greens.
And
all made in-house, fresh every single day.
And a little Texas toast.
Gotta do it.
Texas toast. All right. So we're gonna grab this here, and this is now. How is this? The breading.
It's buttermilk jalapeno.
Buttermilk jalapeno.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to see
a nice little kick here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Are you serious? This is good stuff. It is better than Church's and Kentucky Fried Chicken and Popeyes. I've never had a Popeyes, by the way. I love it. I love that jalapeno breading. I love spicy stuff. And of course, you got the finger looking good. Oh, wait, did somebody here steal that? Oh, someone stole that.
I don't think we can put that on our T-shirt.
That's right. All right, so now let's pair it with the champagne, right?
And Mark's drinking our Prodige. It's one of our go-to bubbles. Everybody loves it. It's real good classic French champagne.
I don't know if I've had this before. I may have had this before, but this is actually, I think I have, and I've had it, and I love this stuff. It's got a great fruitiness to it too.
Mm-hmm. It's a great champagne.
It's not just that type of bakery pastry stuff you get from a champagne. It's got a nice appley, but also felt like it was more like I feel like some orange out of it. Yeah, I felt like I had some type of orange, maybe more the pairing rather than straight that, but some great fruit on this, so it helps really with the heat.
It does, yeah, that's the other good thing. I mean, it's just one of those things. When I pair wine, I like to do kind of the opposite ends of the spectrum, just kind of how our taste buds function the best, which is why you'll see as we go through, I'm more of an opposites attract kind of girl.
Okay, so yeah, that's something that I've touched upon every once in a while is pairing with food and wine. You can do complementary or contrasting.
Absolutely.
You like to do the contrasting.
I'm a contrast kind of person, yin and yang all the day, so yes.
I'll go either way. Oh, wait a minute. About the wine and the pairing. Anyway, I think my viewers know that I will either do complementary or contrasting. I tend to do complementary more than contrasting, but I like contrasting pairing because it's interesting, and that's what I'm looking for. I look
Staring
for
it up
interesting,
today.
right? I wouldn't come to Max's all the time if it wasn't interesting, because I'll tell you, I've been to. It's not to slam any other wine bars I've been to, either in San Antonio or elsewhere in the country, but there's a certain vibe that happens at Max's, and I've been at 2 Max's, so it's not just this one. I've been at the Austin one.
Nice.
I mean, Austin's Austin. I mean, come
Of
on,
course.
but there's a certain vibe you get from here versus any other wine bar that I've been to.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the reason we have the word dive in our name. We don't want to make it stuffy or hoity-toity. We want to invite everybody in, give it a go. I mean,
Right.
we have anything on our menu you can think of, from sweet wines, dessert wines, bubbles, heavy reds. It's something for everyone.
Right. Now I'm gonna try some collard greens. I think I've maybe had these like once in my life.
Yeah, they're pretty
So
darn good.
I'll figure this one out. It's actually kind of good.
They are good.
I like them.
They have a bad rap, but
They do.
The way that chef makes them here, they're pretty darn delicious. I don't think you can lose either way. I mean, the whole plate is just on top.
And even that works.
Right,
Because
yeah.
you got the vegetal and just the fruit. And that's really good. I like that. So now, next time maybe not next time I come in, because I might be coming in. But just for reference, we're recording this a couple days before Valentine's Day, even though you're seeing this about 2 weeks after Valentine's Day, or 3 weeks. I might be coming in for your Valentine's
Oh, yeah,
thing
absolutely.
on over the weekend. So maybe after that I'll have this. But now,
All right.
we got to try these peppers, right?
Yes, another one of our staples. They became super popular. It's a poblano pepper with stuffed pulled pork, and then
Right.
the sauces are going to be, there's a chimichurri on top, which is my absolute favorite, and then a spicy remoulade down on the bottom there.
Right, and now we're gonna do. I know I
Prosecco.
reached for that because I keep.
You want the red?
Yeah, because wait till we get to this pairing, okay? All right,
You're
so
biased.
we're doing the prosecco.
Pulled pork peppers and prosecco, which is another one of our slogans on one of our t-shirts. So we're kind of going classic Max's here.
Right.
But same kind of thing. The heat is going to balance the nice fruit forwardness of the prosecco. Now our prosecco is La Marca, and prosecco is an Italian sparkling wine. It's basically what that is. Similar to champagne, but the Italian's version.
Right. Italians rule, by the way. Did I tell
For
you
sure.
that? All right, so wait a minute. Did I get any pepper out of that?
I think. There you go.
I don't know. Get some
in
pepper
there.
out of this.
All of it.
Gotta get the whole thing. All right, so we got some pepper, we got some pulled pork, we got some chimichurri, and then what was the other thing we've got on here?
Spicy remoulade down below. So you're going to get a nice little kick
Oh
to
my
this.
goodness.
I think he's a believer.
Okay, first of all, here's the reason why I haven't ordered these. I viewed them as like a popper. They're not a popper, obviously.
Not even close.
Nothing wrong with jalapeno poppers. I know these aren't jalapeno, but nothing wrong with those types of food. But I tend to be like, I'd rather have something else. So yeah, another thing we have to have.
Well, it's one of those things.
Twist my arm.
I get people in here all the time. They're like, I don't like peppers, and I have to say, you know what? Just give it a chance. You got to try them at least once. They are just the way that they're cooked and prepared. There's nothing.
Right.
There's nothing like it.
And I like peppers. I love peppers. I just poppers are just it's one of those textural things or how things feel in your mouth type of thing that I'm kind of like, I'd rather have peppers in a different way, Sure. But so we're gonna do the prosecco with that. Oh, that's good. I mean, I've had the prosecco before, but I mean,
pairing.
with the pairing,
Yeah.
and with the remoulade and the chimichurri, really, and the pepper, like it really complements both.
Well, and the thing about it is, I think people, they're a little scared. The pairings are my favorite part about this, because wine tastes different with food. I mean, there's a lot of things you can drink on your own. One of the greatest things about coming to a place with great food and great wine, you get that whole roundabout experience. I know you were talking about our Valentine's. I did a wine pairing with all of the 4-course meal that chef, with each course. So, I mean, it's just a really cool thing. I think people are really getting into it more, and Max's is definitely one of those places that will help you out. And it's great for people to do their own pairings that come in all the time, like you.
Right.
I'm sure, when we talked about what we'll talk about next, you had some of your own input as well. So it's pretty cool. It's a interactive environment.
Yes, absolutely. We'll talk about what wines did you pick for the Valentine's thing? I know it's in the past,
Yeah,
as far as people are
we can
watching
talk
this, but
about
let's
it
talk
anyway,
about
why not?
your philosophy on that.
I did a kind of similar thing. We have a boar, pork chop, and some lobster on our menu, and I picked some of our favorite Discovery and Selection wines that Max's is known for, kind of our real special ones, just because I really feel like they need to be highlighted more. But I did a similar thing. I actually went both ways. I did a contrast with the lobster. I did a nice big bold zin.
Okay.
The sweetness of the lobster and that spiciness of the zin. But then I also paired the boar with something that was, heavy meat, red as well. I did a cab. So, it's one of those things. You can go both ways. And I wanted people to see how, like you're normally a compare. I'm normally a contrast, but we have to learn to survive together in harmony. So I did a little bit of both on the menu. So hopefully, I tasted it. It tastes great to me, but I'm a little biased.
Well, hey,
hopefully it works out well.
I'm looking forward to trying this out.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to end up having the boar because I'm not a seafood guy.
Nice.
But just the thought of that lobster in zin seems really intriguing.
I thought so. We'll see. I tasted it. I thought it tasted great. We'll see what everybody else thinks.
All right, cool. All right, so now let's move on to
the piece
chili
de
mac,
resistance.
right?
Here we go.
Chili mac. Now, Christian, this is for you. Yeah, you got another shout out. I have a good friend named Christian Torres. He's in a band called A Day Like No Other, by the way. There you go. I'll give you a plug for that. He was with me for my birthday, and he fell in love with this chili mac because it was like the reverse happy hour stuff. This is during regular happy hour too, or just
regular
reverse?
happy hour
Okay.
and reverse? Yes. But the thing is we cater to everybody around here. If you say pretty please, we'll make it for you whenever.
They will. Trust me. They will. I've nothing crazy, but I've asked for like some things, like a spinach salad. It's like a smaller version of spinach salad, and they've always been like, yes, absolutely. Because you know what? I'll pair it with bubbles, as I've talked about actually on the Valentine's show, talking about bubbles and spinach salad. So this is the salad I've been referencing in that video. Anyway, so we've got your macs and cheese, not just mac and cheese, but macs and cheese. So tell me about the cheeses that are in here.
We use Mourvèdre cheese, and then on top we have, I'm blanking right now. Help me out.
Is this like
Come on,
Parm?
Mark.
No?
It's like
Gruyere?
Parm. No, I'm losing it.
No.
I'm going crazy here. It is Manchego. That's the word I was looking
Okay.
for. My goodness. And then we have our own in-house pickled jalapenos that Chef does every day. They're
got
to die
this
for.
great
and then
chili.
the Texas chili. Yes.
Right? And you can also do the chili in the hot dog.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So, and this is kind of where what we're going with the pairing on this. Now, I was in here Saturday night, and I had this, and then I asked, "Hey, just pair something for me."
Yeah.
Okay. So I had, you guys gave me two wines to think about, and this is the wine that I decided to go with that day. And this is the Lucky Country Shiraz.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's an Australian Shiraz. It is absolutely delicious. It's got that nice fruit forward, which is really going to balance well with the spice of the chili.
Right.
Again, with the contrast for me, but it worked because he liked it too. So.
And that was something that, when I've already had the item before, so when I had the wine, I already knew what to expect. I started thinking like, how's this wine going to pair with the food? And the other wine, nothing wrong with it. It was actually really good wine. I've had it before. I've had it with the chili mac. But when I had this wine, I was like, that fruit forwardness, really that sweetness is going to really help with the spiciness. And that's something that, I think a lot of people still need to remember that, when you're having something spicy, having a wine, even if it's not true residual sugar, has that appearance of sugar in it, it's going to really help cool down the heat. Because this stuff is hot.
It is. It gets
Trust
to you.
me.
It'll jump up and bite you for sure.
I've already had it, but I'm going to have it again because it's just, I can't just like not have some of this. I got jalapeno in here too. By the way, if you can hear the music in the background, I love this song. So the whole beach side of Abbey Road is just the best ever.
That's another thing. We have great music. So, all in all, good experience. All right, let's see.
It's as I remembered from Saturday. Yeah,
good.
Still a winner. But just this type of pairing really, get that spiciness. I've had the hot dog before. That was a trip. I hadn't had that. I think the last time I had it, it's just been so long since I had it. But it was wonderful, and I probably went with the traditional pairing that's on the T-shirt.
Sure.
But the mac and cheese, chili mac is awesome.
It's his favorite. The great thing is, you think, look at all the stuff you ate. It's all stuff that people are comfortable eating, and who would have thought to put it with a nice glass of wine? That's just one of the great things, kind of a weird juxtaposition of, you know, comfort food and wine. Who knew it? Max's knew it, I guess.
Max's did. And I think because of how I view wine and food pairings, and I like the contrasting, I like the complementary, but I just, because of the attitude that Max's has, that's really why I've gravitated towards it. I really like the place. I mean, it's obvious I'm here approximately once a week.
And we enjoy his company. It's great. It's one of those things. I mean, it's kind of the other concept, obviously, is keeping people around with big personalities. A lot of fun. That remember your taste and your palate and stuff like that. It's definitely a customized experience each time you come in. And then it keeps our regulars coming around, and they usually are the ones that have the big, bold personalities too. So it's just a lot of fun hanging out here.
I can tell you that, like, especially with the bartenders, you know, I walk in and I'll talk to them about pairing stuff. Of course, I've been here enough now. They kind of know what my tastes are. And, you know, Alex specifically, because, you know, she's here a lot, and I'll say, Alex, give me something, you know, that's going to pair with this that I haven't had before. And that's one of those things where, you know, I'm being that guy, not the guy like, what's good? But I just watched this video about bartenders, and it was freaking hilarious. And I was like, oh, I've done that a couple times. Anyway, but she knows my palate, and so she'll pick stuff that she knows will pair well with the item, and she knows that I'll probably like.
Absolutely.
So, and I've even come in here and I'll be like, hey man, give me some blinds, like, you know, give me some like tastes on blind stuff, working on blind, and I've completely failed them and I've done great. The funny story is I completely missed Chateau Montelena's Chardonnay.
Shame on you.
I completely just, I don't even think, I didn't even catch that. I probably thought it was a Chardonnay, but I didn't even catch it was New World. I don't know. She just looked at me and said, I can't believe you missed that.
Well, you know,
that's all right.
It's one of those things. Never again, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I've nailed some other stuff, so and I think she's been surprised on that too. But this is awesome. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it's just one of those things like, hey, let's just go ahead and get together and do the food pairing stuff, especially stuff I haven't had before. Yeah. And it's been wonderful, and you guys have been absolutely wonderful. You've been very supportive of me and my website.
Of course.
So I mean, I want to thank Lasco, the company in general, and you know, I was in Houston recently, visited the tasting room. Nice. Everybody there was awesome. Jamie, who's over here, she's awesome. Give her a shout out, because I mean, she's been great with helping me with everything as far as stuff with Max's and tasting room. So it's been great. And I just want to thank you for letting me come in and spend some time with you and
I appreciate
bug you during the day.
Hey, you made my day. You make my nights, now you've made my day. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't come here during the I walked in, honestly, I was like, who? Oh, this is a day crew.
I was like, day walker, oh no.
It's a day crew.
This is what we look like in the light.
The sun. I thought it was going to be a really nasty day. I woke up and it was cloudy, and I thought, oh, it's going to be horrible. But it turned out to be a beautiful day, by the way.
Absolutely.
I had the moon roof open. It was awesome. All right, cool. You have anything you want to like add that maybe we didn't talk about? Or?
Come see me. I mean, my staff, they're extremely knowledgeable. That's one of the things we do. They're not just bright, shiny people. They actually know their stuff. We educate regularly. So if you want any help, or if you're scared of wine or anything like that, come see us. We'll take good care of you.
They will. They will. Trust me. I mean, they've taught me stuff. So, I mean, there's no way, nobody can be an absolute wine expert.
Of course. You know, it's a learning experience. I learn every day, especially from my staff. Right. From Mark, from everyone. I mean, that's just part of the business. It's the great part about it. Yeah, it's something that you can never know everything. And I think there's a lot with most subjects, but wine in general, you can't know everything about wine, but you can at least strive to. Absolutely, and it's fun getting there.
It's always fun. It's fun getting there. Well, folks, we're going to wrap this up. Again, I just want to thank Max's. I want to thank Whitney for joining me for a little bit. And as always, you know, click the links above to friend me up. Click the links below for Max's. I'll have for all their properties. We've also got the Boiler House here in San Antonio.
New restaurant.
Then in Houston, we got Tasting Room. So I'll have all the links for them below. Leave comments below. And again, thanks for stopping by. We'll see everyone again next time.
Thank you.